Good morning, everyone. In the previous session of Human Resource Management, I explained about those methods which come under the category of off-the-job training methods. And then I explained what are the various advantages and disadvantages of those methods. Okay. In this session, I am going to explain about a new topic which is called HRD interventions. So first of all, I am going to explain what is HRD, and then I'm going to explain how does it intervene in training and development and human resource management. Okay. And then I'm going to give a brief idea about what is executive development. I'll just simply give the meaning and definitions of executive development. Okay. So let's begin the session. So first of all, HRD stands for human resource development. Now, like any other function of HRM, HRD is also considered one of the most important methods, because we can say it is to some extent it is a combination of training and development, and it also includes various other aspects of human resource management also. Means it is concerned about almost all the functions of HRM so that it can function efficiently. So, in human resource management department, in HR department, HRD plays a very important role because it specifically deals with overall training and development of all the human resource, all the people working within an organization. It is not only it is not only it's considering the training aspect, but also the overall development. It is focused on the development of human resource in such a way that it will be beneficial to the organization as well as it will be beneficial to all the employees. And with that aspect, it also focuses on overall organizational development. So, the nature and scope of HRD are actually shaped by the organization's mission and ability to maintain its position in the market. So, HRD, the scope, nature, functions of HRD are actually determined by the organization, mission, vision, and all those aspects. So, based on the objectives of the organization, based on how organization wants to treat the human resource working in the company, the nature and scope of HRD is created. So the entire HRD department depends upon how organization wants to treat its human resource. That is the basic aspect. So HRD, like I said, is a systematic and planned process in which different types of training and development programs are created, and employees need to go through all those training and development program in order to learn, in order to gain knowledge, gain skills which are necessary for doing a particular job, and the skills and knowledge which are also necessary for future higher position. So here development is given more importance, because a human being can only become successful or only become an efficient part of the organization if the person's full potential and full competency is developed. So HRD focuses on developing the competencies of the human resource. It focuses on providing more and more knowledge to the human resource, teaching them different types of skills, whether it is managerial or technical. So it basically focuses on overall growth and development of human resource, so that the full potential and capability of those human resource can be utilized by the organization, and it will lead to overall and it will enhance the effectiveness of the entire organization. So HRM is not only concerned about an individual, it is concerned about individual effectiveness, group effectiveness, and organizational effectiveness. It wants to enhance the performance, it wants to enhance the performance of even individual group, which will ultimately lead to increase or enhancing the performance of the entire organization. So this plays a very important part in human resource management, or we can say in HR department. Because like I always say that the success and failure of an organization to a larger extent depends upon the people who are working within the organization. And these people, if they are efficient, the organization can become successful. But if these people are not efficient, if they are not properly trained and developed, if they are not satisfied regarding their jobs, this will lead to various negative effects, and ultimately the organization will have to pay the price. So that's why they give more importance to the development of human resource. And in this aspect, different other elements of HRM is also included, so that the psychological aspect of human resource can be understood, what are the needs of the human resource that can be understood, and they can focus more on employee effectiveness. So that's why there are many elements or various other ways through which HRD intervenes in human resource management. Okay. Now, these are the different aspects in which HRD intervenes in HR department, or we can also say it as these are the important elements of HRD interventions. Means these are the section in which HRD also plays an important role. The first one is employee selection, or we can say recruitment and selection. As you all already know that recruitment and selection for every company is extremely important, because that is the point through which the person, a right kind of person, needs to enter into the organization. And if they select a wrong person, it can lead to major problems. So that's why they need to understand the requirement of the job, and then they have to create a proper selection procedure which will reveal the true potential, true capability, knowledge level, skill level of each and every candidate who has applied for the job and who is going through the selection process. Now, HRD selection also is a very important part of HRD, because through the selection process they can actually identify the present potential, caliber and capability of the employee. They can understand whether this person is going to be useful in future or not, whether this person has the potential to be developed or not. So these are the things can be revealed in employee selection. So that's why HRD includes employee selection, and they also intervene in the process of employee selection. Okay. The next one is compensation and benefits. Compensation is provided in form of money or any other kind of benefit which is given in non-monetary form. So compensation is extremely necessary for every employee, because nobody wants to work for free. They want certain amount of money to be paid to them for their service which they have provided to the company. And many people need a good amount of salary so that they can have some kind of job satisfaction. They feel that the company also considers the employee's point of view. They want to have a sense of belongingness, and these things can only be generated through proper compensation policy and different types of benefits which are provided to the employee. Now these benefits, like I said, can be monetary and non-monetary also. So both are extremely necessary. Just giving money or just giving benefits or compensation in the form of money does not satisfy each and every employee. So they also need some kind of benefits in kind also, or we can say in non-monetary way also. Okay. So when the policies regarding compensation, or we can say when compensation policies are created, they have to keep in mind various aspects like the reward system, what kind of rewards are to be provided to the employees, and what should be the standard on basis of which rewards should be provided, post performance, and they have to also maintain the budget. They cannot go over budget. They also focus on reducing the turnover, employee turnover. So these things are important while creation or formulation of compensation policy. Benefits are all, like I said, they are provided in form of non-monetary aspect. So they give also some kind of sense of satisfaction. Now, many companies also provide compensation when some employees face any kind of accident while working or on duty. So these type of benefits are also provided. Compensation and benefits are also provided by the company, and this also helps the employees to have the sense of belongingness. They feel that the company considers their point of view. They want to benefit the employees. So that kind of these kind of elements can actually help the employees to be more dedicated towards the job, to be more dedicated towards the organization, and hence they will also focus in their personal development to grow in the organization, to go to a higher position within the organization. Okay, the next point is motivation. Now motivation can also be in monetary form or non-monetary form. So many people are motivated if they get some raise in salary or they get some kind of bonus. So that is one way of motivation, giving good rewards in when they perform better. So that kind of element also motivates the employees to perform better and better. And there are other types of motivation also, like appraisal, or we can say appreciation, recognition. So there are various types or various methods through which the company can motivate the employees, not only to achieve success in their personal career, but also they will contribute to a higher level to the organization. And this element of motivation is very important because it leads to job satisfaction. For example, a person is working in an organization where working environment is not very good, it's not at all appropriate. Certain facilities are missing, they are facing so many problems even for doing some minimum kind of work. So all these elements create dissatisfaction. So motivation can be in form of can be informed by providing a better working condition, healthy working condition, providing all the facilities which are required to an or to a person to do his or her job. So motivation can be in any form. So the organization has to keep in mind what are the different elements through which they are supposed to motivate the employees, whether it is monetary or non-monetary. If it is non-monetary, what are the various way, whether it is reward, recognition, appreciation, or changes in working condition, providing some kinds of benefits or facilities. So all these things lead to motivation, and when a person is motivated, they will work more and more, they will work harder so that they can get more of these rewards, they can get more appreciation and recognition. And this motivation will actually help the employees to be satisfied with their job, because they will work hard, they will achieve something, they will be appreciated by the management, and definitely they will have some kind of job satisfaction, and they will it will actually help to create a better relationship between management and the employees. Okay, the next one is appraisal, performance appraisal. So employees perform, but they need to also know, they need to get feedback from the management about how well they have performed. So performance appraisal does that part. It gives the feedback of the performance to the employees. First of all, in performance appraisal, the performance is recorded, then it is compared to a standard, and then deviations are they can understand the difference between the standard and the actual performance, and whatever good things or whatever mistakes the employee has made in his or her job, these things needed to be communicated. So appraisal will rate the performance, they will either give either it will be graded or some kind of rating will be given to the performance of the employee, and then the report will be provided to the employee so that they can understand what kind of ratings they have achieved, what are their limitations, or what are their means weak points on which they have to focus more, what are their strengths for which they are appreciated. So performance appraisal actually helps the employees to understand how they have performed, and it will make them more and more dedicated towards development, dedicated towards training, and they would like to learn more and more so that their performance rating can be improved. So this is also one of the important elements through which HRD intervenes in the process of human resource management. Yeah. The next one is assessment center and competency testing. So in the assessment center, here employees, we can say we can differentiate between employees. We can categorize employees in assessment centers. So in assessment centers, standardized methods are used to differentiate between management candidates and non-management candidates. So after this differentiation, different types of testing is used so that they can identify the competency level of all those candidates. So in this center, they can actually understand the competency level of all the employees. They can also understand whether the person needs to become part of a middle level of the organization, or the person has potential to become part of the or go to the executive level. So there are different types of testing are used in these centers, and they actually reveal, or we can say differentiate between the employees based on their potential and capability, so that in future HRD plans can be prepared and they can be developed in the right direction, because every person has certain positive aspects, certain strong aspects, and they need to go in that direction only. And if they are deviated to another direction, result cannot be obtained. So for that reason, the competency, the potential, the capability of each and every employee needs to be found out, so that they can lead or they can go in the right direction. Okay. The next point is succession planning and career path. Now, in the previous point, like I said, they need to understand the competency and capability of all the employees, so that they can create a career path for them. The direction which I was talking about is the career path. So succession planning means how the employee is supposed to move from one job to another job. That is supposed to be the succession planning. So it actually means the movement of the employees to a senior position, that whether the person is actually capable of joining the higher position or not. So this leads to promotion and different other aspects also. The career path shows the direction, what are the different kinds of job the person needs to do to reach to the target, or reach or achieve its goals and aspirations. So these are also very important from HRD point of view, because it gives a direction, a sense of direction to the employees, in which they have to go ahead, in which they have to move ahead, so that they can go through different kind of training and development program, and then become successful in their individual careers. So HRD is completely involved in helping employees for regarding planning their career and planning their career path. Okay, the next point is leadership and executive development. So leadership and executive development means, like I said, in assessment center, they need to differentiate, or they need to find out who are the people who are managerial or management candidates, or non-management candidates. So they need to differentiate who is supposed to work in the middle level and who is supposed to work in the executive level, depending upon their competency and capability. So here they are supposed to train. Now, leadership and executive development means every person who is supposed to go to a higher position, they must have leadership skills. So in order to make them good leaders, different type of training and development programs are created specifically for those people who are with these programs are different from the other programs, because the company needs to give them some special attention, so that good leaders can be created for the company, who will lead the organization, who will have a different point of view, and whom others are willing to follow. So that kind of leaders, those kind of leaders are needed to be created by the company. And executive and leadership development helps the organization to create such kind of leaders, and HRD helps in identification of those leaders, and then it helps in creating such kind of programs which will create good leaders and executive for the organization. Okay, and the last point is management and supervisory development. So these are the basic training and development programs which teaches an employee about provides knowledge about the job, basic skills, the improves the capability and competency, technical skills, managerial skills, supervisory skills. So these are the things which are taught under management and supervisory development. Okay, so these are the various elements of HRD intervention, or you can also say that these are the different sections of HRM in which HRD has to intervene, so that the HRD function can operate successfully and good results can be obtained from HRD department. Okay. So next I am going to give a brief description about executive development. So you all, the training, this unit is all about training and development. So in the training portion, I have explained what is training, why do we need training program, what are the different methods of training on the job, off the job. Now that seemed to be very specific regarding middle level management, middle level people or lower level employees. So what is executive development? See, there are different, these top level executives, they need also training. So basically, it consists of all the activities by which executives can learn to improve their behavior and performance. So in executive level, behavior plays a very important part because they are in the higher level position of the organization. They represent the organization in front of others in the market, in any kind of conference or something. So they need to have appropriate kind of behavior, and they need to improve every time their performance. They need to learn more and more things so that the organization can become more and more successful. So top executives also of the organization need to go through development program, so that they can learn a lot of elements, they can improve, they can develop, and they can make the organization more and more successful. So basically it is designed to improve the effectiveness of managers in their present jobs, and it also helps to prepare them for higher level jobs in future. So first of all, they determine those employees who have potential to go to the higher level jobs. First of all, they are trained to become more and more they are trained to become better managers, because we cannot say that a person is completely developed. There is always a scope of development in each and every human being. So every manager has the potential of improving their performance. So that is the basic aspect of executive development. They help the present managers to uh, do their job in a better way, and in that manner they also prepare them for a higher level jobs. By seeing their potential and competency, they are also considered for higher level jobs. Okay, so it is a systematic process of learning. First of all, it helps in understanding the basic level of competency and capability of each executive, and then proper programs are created through which a systematic learning program is created, and they are provided different kinds of knowledge, and they can grow, and they can apply these knowledge and skills in their work, so that they can work more efficiently as well as effectively. So that is the basic objective of executive development, which leads to effective and efficient performance of the managers. Okay, so I'll just explain two definitions of executive development, so that the concept of executive development will be clear to you all. So first of all, the first definition is given by Michael J. Jusius. So according to him, executive development is the program by which executives' capacities to achieve desired objectives are increased. Okay. So according to him, so here, Michael Jusius have what focused on saying that it helps in increasing the, uh, we can say, increases the desire to achieve the objectives. So that is the point focused in this definition. According to him, executive development includes, these are the programs which helps the executives by increasing their desire to achieve their objectives, to prove to the management that they are efficient, they are dedicated, and they work in an efficient and effective manner. So that increases the desire of those executives to increase their capacity and to achieve the objectives of the organization as well objectives of their job. Here, the next definition is given by Edwin B. Flippo. So according to Edwin B. Flippo, management development includes the process by which the managers and executives acquire not only skills and competency in their present job, but also capabilities for future managerial tasks of increasing difficulty and scope. So basically, according to Edwin B. Flippo, the executives are not only trained or developed, they are not only provided with the skills which are required to do their present job, They also gain the competency and the capability for future managerial tasks, and which in these managerial tasks have higher difficulty and scope. So basically, these executives are trained for future higher level jobs, which includes higher responsibility, higher duties, and higher dedication also. And in order to make these employees capable for those higher level jobs, proper training and development is provided, which is not only related to the present job, but also related to the future job also. So these are the two definitions which clearly explain what does executive development mean. Okay. In the next session, I am going to explain the feature of executive development, and then I am going to explain the process of executive development. So in the next session, I am going to discuss these two topics, and after that I am going to explain about a new case study related to training, and then your second unit will be over. Okay, so that's it for today. We will meet in the next session. Thank you.